Fire! Okay. Hi, I'm Bo. Welcome to Subtotal. Today we are here with Jayla Stanilaus.
Jayla Stanilaus. Close.
And today we will be talking a little bit about bass, a little bit about what it's like being a young bassist in Maryland, and being here and just having fun. So hi, Jayla. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So tell me a little bit about how did you first get into bass?
So I just got into bass. I was at a summer camp when I was little, and my mom was like, I look could see you playing bass. I was wanting to play guitar, and she was like, I feel like you're meant to be on bass. So I picked it up, and I immediately I was at it. And that was I was in third grade. So the other one's fun with it.
People who don't know you yet, how would you describe what you do?
I try to be different. I feel like a lot of bass lines are very simple, and I want to make it so that it stands out a little bit more. And I feel like a lot of people think that bass is when you're making a band, you're like, oh, I need a drummer, I need a guitarist, I need a singer. I feel like bass is looked over a lot because people ask what it does. I think it's very important that it gets more uplifted.
Nice. Would you say that that's kind of what drew you into bass?
For sure. No, I definitely think so. I'm with my mom.
Nice. Did she just encourage you into it?
Yeah. Then she got me to be. That was a long time ago. I started playing when I was in the third grade. I actually got my first bass when I was in the fifth grade.
Wow.
So I would just play I actually went to one of the band schools for a little bit. But I didn't take lessons. I just played there. It was weird. It was weird. But they let me play there. So
nice.
So can't.
I've seen your videos.
Thank
obviously. I know a little bit about what you've been playing and some of the covers you've done. What have you been listening to lately?
I listen to a lot of Red Hot Chili Peppers. Because they have really good bass lines. I listen to a lot of David Bowie. I listen to David Bowie, Red Hot Chili Peppers, My Chemical Romance, Come to My Heart, and a lot of Avenged Sevenfold, Korn, Limp Bizkit. I'm a very nu metal centric person, though I don't play a lot of nu metal bass lines. They're kind of too simple. Yeah. Not too simple as they're too easy to play. Just that they don't sit. I don't know.
Gotcha. Do you have a favorite genre then that you do like to play?
I definitely like to play psychedelic rock. I like a lot of psychedelic rock. I like a lot of funk. I have a fun time making bass lines to rap songs that don't have bass lines.
That's cool.
Because it's a fun challenge.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I would love to I don't know, do rap and then have just a bunch of random instruments. That's really cool to me.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
Where do you get your inspiration from?
My favorite bassist, or just in general.
Sure. I mean, I know some people get their inspo from I don't know, really old music. Some people get it from new music. Some people get it from school. Where's yours from?
A lot of my inspiration is definitely from the 90s, obviously the 90s, 2000s rock genre. I love the scene so much. And
Sweet song.
People that were able to be there, I go from Woodstock 69 to Woodstock 99. I'm totally I'm that mix of that hippie genre, and then it goes to the hardcore teenager smashing stuff. So I think I'm inspired really by the bassist of that time. So that's Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers. I love Les Claypool from Primus. I don't know. They're all really good. Typical answers, but Victor Wooten, Tackle the Story. The best bassist.
What's been your favorite project that you've worked on so far?
Probably the Merriweather thing. What was it called?
It was the Merriweather Teen Showcase.
I have so much fun working on that because I made a medley of different songs through GarageBand, and I combined them and I learned the bass lines for them, and I tried to make it so that there was something for everyone to enjoy. So I did Kendrick Lamar, and then I did Red Hot Chili Peppers, and then I did Rush. I tried to pick something from every genre as best as I could. Then I got really sick. And so I was I couldn't practice rehearsing for a long time, and I had to go to the hospital, and that was the day before the Merriweather.
Oh my god!
I woke up, and then I went. It was crazy. I don't think I put on the best performance I could have if I wasn't feeling my best. But
of course, you were.
I had a super fun time working on it, and I think that's what really matters.
Yeah. What was that like mentally to have to go from in the hospital to playing in front of?
I was so nervous I wasn't going to be able to make it.
Yeah.
Because it was playing on the Merriweather stage, whether it's a big crowd or just no crowd, it's an insane achievement.
Yeah.
I think so. Even if it's just for a little teenage thing, I think it's super cool because who hasn't played on that stage Metallica and all those bands? I'm wow, I play on the same stage as Metallica. It's so cool. So I was okay, I need to be ready for this. I didn't care. I was still super sick. I was gonna do anyways. So
yeah. I know you've done you know, you've been doing this for a while and you've done live performances and you've done videos online. How do you think your like creative approach has changed over time?
Oh, it's changed so much. Well, when I first got into making, like, I guess you can call it content, I was just recording for fun, but now I feel like it's more of like, almost it's getting to like the point of it's a kind of like a little job for me. Because like when I don't post for a week, like, we get a text message that says like, when's the next video? I'm like, oh,
Wow.
That's kind of like, that's like, oh, it's weird. That's strange. So I feel like now it's like, oh, people are kind of a little bit expecting this from me, so I have to keep going. Before it was just like, oh, I'm just gonna post this for fun. Now I kind of have that base level where I'm like, okay, now I can like actually start getting
Base
people.
level.
That's hilarious. I can like start like, okay, so now I have this like little bit of a foundation, and now I can grow on that, like start posting more things that I find, because like now people follow me, so I'm like, okay, now I can post stuff that like I really like instead of like people trying to get into following.
Yeah.
So there's this.
Yeah. Well, you do this a lot. So do you ever get stuck creatively? And yeah, what's that like?
100%. Just a mess. I hate it. I feel so bad about myself. I practice every day for an hour, no matter what the day is. Last year, I only had to skip for like 3 or 4 days, and not including the days I was sick. The days I was sick, I gave myself a pass.
Yeah, please.
But like, so yeah, I put a lot of pressure on myself to like keep going. And on the days where I don't feel like practicing, it's like, okay, I have to. I have to practice. And on the days where I can't leave a video to make, like I'm like, okay, it'll come.
Yeah.
Eventually. And so I just give myself a day. I'll just practice instead of recording.
What's one thing you think people misunderstand about bass players or young musicians in general?
Musicians in general. I think a lot of nowadays, it's really, obviously this is like general common sense, but it's really hard to like get out there. And it's like, you do all you can, but there's still like that thought, obviously, for everyone in the back of their head is like, what if I don't make it? So you have to like really persevere. And like you hear like all like the really popular bassists be like, okay, well, like if you need to put in the work, like there's bassists who practice every day, but then there's bassists who practice for like 2 hours every day, and those are the people that are going to make it, and that's what you kind of have to be, or else you don't really have a choice. It's just really scary, and that's something that I think is under like not, it doesn't go for people's heads who are instrumentalists. Like I'll tell one of my friends like, oh, I have to practice today, and they're like, wait, you practice this today? I'm like, you not it. Yeah, I think that's definitely the biggest sign.
I feel like at school when you're in band or you're working on things, it's kind of really important to practice and everything. So how do you kind of like separate yourself from band and into like this new kind of version of being an artist and being separate from anything?
So at my school, the only band they really offer is jazz band, which is after school 1 day a week on Tuesdays. So I'm not very involved with my schools. They don't really offer anything. I would be if they did offer it, but we're not very music central. So a lot of that is me bringing it upon myself to be like, okay, well, my school's not doing anything. If I like were to differentiate, I mean, obviously the music I'm playing at home is like more like rock based, and jazz band I'm playing like instrumental. It's very different.
Yeah.
And then there I have at my home, I can like have my computer with like my tabs up, and I don't have to like read actual music. And at school, I'm like deciphering.
How do you go about finding the shows that you go to and finding those opportunities?
Finding the ones that I play at?
Yeah.
So a lot of the time I follow a bunch of different like restaurants on Instagram, and like I'll just like see like sometimes I'll have open mic nights. That's what I try to do. Like even though they're really late, and I feel bad for my parents because I can't drive yet. So like I'm having like my mom drive me to these like shows. I used to be a part of a program that would set us up at different shows, but it was a lot of money, and I was like, wait, I can do this without having to pay a lot of money for it. I can just find it my own.
There you go.
So there's extra motivation. But when I was there, I played at places like Camden Yards. Like we were at
just Camden Yards, you know.
yeah, Camden Yards, and then we played at the Merriweather tinier stage. It was like the 935.
932. I know what you're talking about. I got you.
Something like that. It was like I'm playing at Merriweather, but then I had that other experience. It was like, okay, now I'm actually playing at Merriweather, and I feel like that's the growth.
Yeah.
Like that's like what keeps me going. Is like, okay, so I'm playing at a restaurant, and then I'm playing at like this mini Merriweather stage, and then I'm playing at the Merriweather stage. What's next?
We're going to do a quick segment where the price of your drink. Today we actually got a brownie today because we are at a cafe.
Prize.
Here is the brownie. It was very, very good.
I'm getting emotional. I said people. Surely, I said a cheer right when I took that first bite.
making people cry on the show. That's all we do here. So we have a 7 here. So I will have you answer 7 questions in 30 seconds.
Okay.
Try not to die. Try to ask fast.
We're good.
We got this. All right. 3, 2, 1. Favorite venue.
Yeah.
Dream collab.
Olympus.
Baseline you wish you broke.
Tommy the Cat by Carnes.
Would you rather play alone or with others?
Hello.
4-string or 5-string?
5-string.
Oh. Is there a performance you will never forget?
That I did? From one at the collective ensemble.
It was 5 seconds to spare. That was 7.
Yeah.
Nice. Good work.
Yeah.
All right.
So fancy.
You performed a lot of places, obviously, and doing a lot. What has been can you talk a little bit more about your favorite one?
My favorite performance at Maryland. Are you trying to get more?
I love it.
Are you trying to get more information? No, more. Well, one of my reasons that like Maryland was one of my favorite performances because I met a lot of people there. Some people that were performing I already knew, like my friend Joe mostly, who was one with my drums. But I met like Stonehouse in front of one of those guys, and like we talked, we're friends, and it's really cool. And there's also some kids, like I said previously, I got closer with them because we were like talking about it, and it was always fun. And again, I didn't feel like I gave my all, but I couldn't give my all.
I got you. Yeah. I feel like building that community is like my favorite thing ever.
I love it. It's awesome. It's like such a cool thing.
What do you hope people feel when they hear you live?
I hope that people, I don't want to say impressed, but I want people to like understand that I'm doing what I can for my ability. Like a lot of bassists men with bigger hands than me.
Yeah.
And they definitely have an advantage. Like being able to slap bass is like you need like their hands are like bigger. I don't have that space, so I'm doing what I can.
It reminds me of like Hosier on guitar, and like you could have learned the chords.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Like, gosh. So like I'm learning what I can do, and it's also like I feel like seeing like a girl bassist, I'm 16, and I'm playing at places where there's like drum men playing guitar. It's cool because it shows like what I've been able to do in my few years versus like a whole lifetime. No hate to that, but it's also some of them aren't as passionate about it.
Yeah, very true. I mean, passion runs everything at this point. You got it. So, what advice would you give to people our age who want to start putting out music or start performing or just want to get better at their instrument?
The thing I think, again, passion is very important. Like, do you want to learn guitar or do you want to play guitar? I think that if you want to learn an instrument, play an instrument, you have to practice. You have to put in the hours, and you have to put in a serious amount of time, even though it's not conventional with a high school schedule and AP test. Don't get me started.
Yeah.
But then you gotta have the mindset of like, I have to do this, and hopefully you get there. I don't know. That's my advice, and I also don't care about what other people think. That sounds so basic, but in terms of like being judged for like what you do, like I play tennis in the spring, and like I'm not a sport person really, but I play bass, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Like, don't feel like you have to do one thing. Like, be focused, but also have fun.
It's a good message. Write that down. What's your plan? What are you ready for next?
Oh my God, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go to college. I'm ready to meet people who want forward there and go on tour. Like, that's where I'm done with high school.
Yeah.
I'm ready to, like, network and hopefully, the main reason I post on Instagram is because I want people to find it and be like, okay, this girl's cool, I want to start a band. And then it's really hard. Another thing with people my age is a lot of people aren't in control of like their parents driving them.
Yeah.
And so you really have to work with what you can in terms of like availability.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that when you graduate high school, that's a whole different realm of things that I'm ready to get into. With college, they have classes. Yeah, and that'll be super fun to be able to meet people.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Anything you think I missed? Anything about being a musician and what it's like to somebody who would honestly have no idea, or somebody from another state, or anything?
I think that if you're trying to learn how to play an instrument and you do live in a big city, take advantage of that. Take advantage of the people that you meet. in general, like if you're watching the show, if you're playing the show, make sure to talk to everyone near because you never know who knows who. I think that's a very good thing. Like my piano teacher is best friends with the bass professor at the university.
Wow.
And I would have never known that if I didn't tell him I played bass.
Yeah.
So the simple things like that, just connection, the networking is really the main strategy.
Yeah.
Also follow my bass account. Jayla plays bass on Instagram.
We will follow Jayla
Quick
Plays
plug.
Bass. I'll have that somewhere. It'll be
We'll have-
somewhere. It'll be
It'll
here.
be in a hashtag.
They'll be here somewhere.
Good.
That's all I have. Wonderful. All right. That was Subtotal. Thank you for watching. That's it.
Hey. You want the show off? The last one is like